It's that time of year again, and as somebody who talks to a lot of agents, I know that you're thinking it too. As you set goals and we kind of look at our future and we're vision casting and we're looking at all the things, sometimes we wonder if we are in the right place. Are we in the right career? Are we in the right, brokerage or office? And are we on the right trajectory for our future? And the honest truth is, 3.5 years ago, I had this same decision. I was at my dad's brokerage. Things were great. It was cheap. And all things considered, I made a decision to change my surroundings for me, not anybody else, right? And so the future was a huge piece of my decision. So if that's you, I want to bring you a couple tips and talk about how I went through that. And we're going to do that next. What's up, guys? I'm Jeremy Kane with the Real Estate Agent Playbook, bringing you all kinds of different ideas and topics that result in an amazing real estate career. I have a ton of information on this channel regarding organic and social media growth, as I've done in my production business, as well as I talk a lot about the general idea of this real estate career and having success in it. So if you like that stuff, if you like this video, please throw a thumbs up. If you like it a lot, please hit that subscribe button, that bell, and we will see you on the next video. But for now, let's get into it. So there's all kinds of hubbub about what brokerage you're at. And when I really got into the business, I was like, well, here's the deal. I'm not going to lead with my brokerage. I'm not going to lead with my brokerage brand. I may not be here for the rest of my career. And the brokerage brand does not define me or my service. Well, I know how the legal, aspects of this business is set up. As a real estate agent, I made it a point to make sure that my brand carried through as an individual so that I could help my clients understand, the most important things of this massive, process of buying or selling a home. And so I immediately was turned on to this personal branding. Well, maybe I wasn't the best at it with graphic design and colors and logos. My brand was always deep rooted in the service that I was providing. Has nothing to do with the brokerage that was behind me. I knew that I had a personal license and that's what I was going to do. So a lot of times we kind of look at it the other way. I need to be with this brand so that I can get in this luxury listing or that luxury listing. The truth is that if you carry a personal brand that's going to put you in, the conversations with people that are going to, want to use you for a quote unquote luxury listing, they really don't care who's behind you. As long as you have the marketing, you have the expertise, you have the track record, you have the presentation that can get you there. So I want to really make sure that even, if you are at my brokerage, right, you got to separate yourself a little bit from the brand so that you are unique, because, some of these bigger brands have thousands of agents in one market center, right? So even if you are at one of these bigger brands and you think that that's carrying you forward and you like the sexy colors and the signs and all the rules they give you, you still have to carry an air about you that is your personal brand. So whether they allow you to, promote that personal brand, within the guidelines of the law are huge. But are you asking yourself, are you building this business in your future for you or that brokerage brand? Because at a lot of cases in the bricks and mortar traditional sense of real estate brokerages, you're building that brand. And how do I know that? Well, let's do this. Let's talk about your last day in real estate. You can walk into your broker's office and you can say, hey, it's been a good run, 20, 30 years of stacking your bank account. Shake his hand and your income immediately goes to zero unless you've personally, invested properly or bought rental properties or, whatever. What some brokerages, you have equity ownership, you have revenue share. So it's, you have options, right? The day that I decide to quit producing in real estate, I'm going to probably walk into my virtual office and just say, hey, thanks for everything. My income is going to be built up because of other revenue share streams provided by my brokerage, and my income cannot fall off. The only thing that changes is I'm not trading my time for income for that production side of the business. So absolutely mind-blowing thing that came to me was, I don't want to look my broker in the eye, even if it was my dad. Thanks a lot, son. You made me a shit ton of money. Now you're, at zero. And so that's where I kind of step back and I want to make sure that we understand that you have the brand, you have the ability to build a brand. And if you can build a brand, regardless if it's end of career or not, you can take that brand and you can plug it into a different supercharged brokerage model that allows you to, create multiple streams of income very easily. But if it's all about that brand from day one, it's really hard to transition away from it. And so when I was thinking about it, doing 40, 50 transactions a year, I was like, okay, I got to go somewhere where I'm surrounded by, good people. We're looking at a, mindset to scale, even as a solo agent, a mindset to scale our business or our income. And how do we do that? Well, we have to surround ourselves with better individuals, right? We have to put ourselves in rooms with people that are doing better than us or doing what we want to do and understand how we can reach those levels, right? And so the biggest thing with me was, okay, what can I let go of my business, right? Can I outsource my transaction, coordinator duties? Can I, outsource some of my, graphic design and video editing and all of this stuff? And coming to a brokerage like this, where it wasn't a la carte and me, deciding and making all these, things and having referrals from the people that were doing the things that I wanted to do, that was a game changer for me because I was able to take my production business, plug it into this model, and absolutely have that continue to scale naturally because of how I built my business organically, right? Referrals and all of that, those things seem to be kind of coming in. I still put out content. I still, I'm up to date on the market and I'm putting stuff out there and people seem to now be coming to me. I don't have to, grind as hard. I don't have to maybe do the open houses. I don't have to do the cold calling, that kind of stuff. I put out social media content. I connect with people. I am present in my community and business comes into me. What that means is that I'm in my free time, I'm actually growing my production business because of the relationship side of it and the conversations I'm having. And I'm able to develop a completely different business based on agent attraction and revenue share. Not to mention, when I'm closing deals, I'm actually growing equity ownership in the company. So this was all kind of related, and it started with being able to outsource some of the pieces of my business that I did not feel comfortable outsourcing when it was just me in an a la carte brokerage, and I had to make all of those decisions. There wasn't as much support around me that would say, hey, here's a good TC. This is why you need a TC. If you get a TC, this is how you level up. And so those people that you surround yourself with make a bigger impact than you think. And then, of course, when you're the new kid on the block, or everybody knows you're thinking about making a move, you have conversations, right? I had conversations with different brokerages that offered me managing broker roles, these team lead roles, all of this stuff, and you have to sort through what's actually value, what you're looking for, what you can plug it into, and what actually is realistic, right? I had, even within my brokerage, I had two kind of influencers that I was talking to. And at the end of the day, I decided to go with Mike Sherrard and the Wolfpack because it more aligned with my business, right? It wasn't the cold calling, doing that stuff that I've just had never done. And it wasn't something that I wanted to start doing. So I had this whole other line of value that made more sense to me. So first, you have to sort through what is actually going to be valuable to you and what aligns with what you want to do and build your business. Because brokerages have, all kinds of packages, things that they say, here. The truth is that a lot of people are talking a big game and they can't actually offer you what they're referring to. So you need to sift through that first of all, and then you need to make sure, okay, this is the actual value that I'm looking for. What actually aligns with my business and what's going to make me take those further steps forward, because I didn't want to have the a la carte where I was going out to find all the things if I could have it within a brokerage model that made sense. And that's ultimately how I made my choice, is this is how I want to build my business. That sounds great to me. That's what I want to do. I want to be like that. And so then we're going to, grow accordingly and make that decision accordingly. But please, please, please make sure that it's not a value proposition that cannot be confirmed, cannot be actually given to you, because that happens more times than not. And it's a very sad thing. And it ultimately wastes a lot of money and time in your business. So yeah, if all of this sounds like things that you've thought about and you're, maybe it is time to consider a move, and I'd be happy to talk to you about our group. It may be a fit, it may not be, but I would love to have the chance. So if you are interested, book a call with the RE Agent Wolfpack link below, and I'd be happy to just tell you what we have. It's not a recruiting call. It's not anything like that. But this is what it looks like to align with this group. This is how I built several income streams that are equal to or more than what I was doing on the other side, in the other area. And I get it. You can go buy rental properties. You can go do all this. This 3-stream model is in one brokerage for doing what you're already doing. When people were calling me and saying, hey, Jeremy, I just got my license. Where should I hang my license? I would say the old brokerage. Now I say this brokerage. The only difference is that I get compensated for helping you grow and be successful. Over here, I got a Starbucks gift card and nothing if you were successful or failed. So that's absolutely a key component to this. And so as we move forward, let's talk about this. The last thing that really made sense to me was the lifestyle. Right? I've heard over and over in my head that realtors don't retire, they expire. Well, I certainly don't want to expire. So when I started looking at this and I was like, okay, what's this look like? How long can I actually sustain this elite level of production? How long can I do 50, 60 deals a year on my own? And the truth is, maybe I got 10 good years left where I can hustle and do all the things, but my kids are growing. I'm still able to be a part of their lives now, but ultimately I really want to be fully present when they're in their high school years, those formidable years where they're going to remember, right? They're going to remember if I was at that game, if I was constantly on the phone, if I had to step out and take calls, if I was at that performance. And so that's my goal, is to be 150% present in those moments and still build relationships now, because I get it. Like, you can't just show up one day and be like, hey, dad's here, right? I know I've been working for 80, 90 hours a week. So I was able to do that. I'm able to time block and organize my schedule that way, but the lifestyle behind it was huge to me, right? And beyond that, now they're out of the house, and my wife of 12 years or whatever it is now, and I can go travel, go do the things we want to do, because I'm not rooted to this location in my production business. So that lifestyle is absolutely key, and it's not possible without the residual income streams and the exit strategy that absolutely is only provided by one brokerage in this industry, and that's EXP. I understand there's other cloud-based brokerages, copycats, rev share with equity models and production models, but there is truly no other exit strategy within the umbrella of a real estate company like EXP. And if you want to talk about that, you want to argue about that, let's go. Give me a call, 303-210-0378. But I hope this helps kind of justify some of the reasons and the ideas that I brought to the table. And the truth is that I am here telling you this because it's my duty. I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't tell you exactly how this brokerage model and how this completely changed my life 3.5 years ago. So I hope it helps. I hope you didn't get too excited or pissed off at me, but comment below, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's not all about the brokerage. It's not all about that. It's about the people that you surround yourself with, and I'm here to help however I can. Give me a call sometime or let's chat. We'll see you next time.